Hi everyone, welcome live to Bass Crypto channel. My name is Abdul. Here on Bass Crypto channel is where you learn how to trade cryptocurrency, how to participate in new crypto projects that are full of opportunities, and finally where you learn how to double your fund rapidly. If you love to trade cryptocurrency and also love to make money, like the channel, hit the subscription button, and also set on the notification icon for further and latest information. Today's video is not going to be the usual video that will just come and be telling you, oh, so coin is down by 90%, so let's go and buy more of it, or Bitcoin is going to go to the moon. Bitcoin is going to eat 100,000 US dollar. Bitcoin is going to eat 500,000 US dollar. Bitcoin is going to eat 1 million US dollar. It's not going to be like that. Or I'll just go, oh, this is the best ideal sales out there. Let's go and buy those coins. No. It's not. Today's video is not going to be like that. Today's video is going to be based on deep analysis of Bitcoin itself using the past event. Do you understand? That is one. Then also more reason for you, to come and invest in crypto space. That is number two. That is just the main purpose of making this video. The analysis will help us to know, the deep analysis I'm talking about will help us to know, some certain things, about Bitcoin, about the crypto space. And, knowing all these things will help you to some extent, like anytime you see that the price is down, you'll be less worried about the downfall of the price, because you realize that the downfall is going to be for a short while. Then the future price, which is going to be high, and that is the aim, that is the goal, without knowing that this downfall is just for a short time, and you are aiming the future that you think the price is going to be massive, it's going to go up massively. Do you understand? You won't be seeing those short term downfall as a big deal. Do you understand? Because where you're actually going, you will do what you are going to be aiming, and as a result, you have a rest of mind that I don't need to be worried, because in the long run, this is going to pay off. Do you understand? So that is why. And if I want to talk about this, I've already categorized it into a two category. The main purpose of this video, one, to analyze Bitcoin based on the past events. You understand? With the help of the past events, today can be determined. And once today can be determined, you can also predict the future. That is just that. And looking at it, like the wise one used to say, history try to repeat itself, though it might not be in that same form. Do you understand? It will come in different form, but by the time you look deep down, you realize that this thing is actually repeating itself. It's just that in a different form, or maybe the time might also varies. Do you understand? By the time you look at the whole picture, you see it's almost similar. Do you understand? So, and this deep analysis I'm talking about, I'll be basing it based on Bitcoin demand and supply. Do you understand? And I learned my own lesson in a hard way. So, and I don't want you guys to learn your own lesson that same way I learned mine. I had a big knock on my head. You understand that kind of sound now? You understand? That kind of thing, and I don't want you to do the same mistake that I made, and I can't blame myself. You understand? It's just that I learned it in the hard way. So for you not to learn that in hard way also, that is why I'm making this video to you guys out there. And if you're actually one of the person or the people that follow me on my Telegram page or Twitter page, you realize that in the last maybe 5 days ago, I tweeted saying that I'll be converting most of my holding in BTC. I don't really hold more BTC. My holdings were all altcoins. You understand that I'm going to be converting them into USDT. The reason why I was doing that, I'll let you know now. And why I'm not holding BTC, if the time permits me, I'll let you know. Do you understand? So without wasting much of our time, try to follow me on Twitter, Telegram page, my Telegram page, which I'll be giving to you under the comment section below. You understand? You can copy it there, and so that you won't be missing out on all this vital information, which are very key. Do you understand? If you're actually one of those people that follow me, you could have prevent what you're actually seeing now, the the crazy downfall of the Bitcoin itself. When I tweeted that particular tweet, it was Bitcoin was around that 40,200 or something. If you look at the price now, and as the price of the Bitcoin went down, what actually follows, or the price of altcoins also fall down. Could have saved you some money and some investment. Do you understand? So that is why it's key to follow me on those other social media platform. Do you understand? Because it is not going to be all the time I'll be making video. Even there's some information that needs swift or instant communication. Do you understand? Should I be making video, before I edit and do this and do that, the time will have gone. That is why you need to follow me on that, and that is that on that. So without wasting much of our time, let's dive into it fully. I said it's going to be based on what the deep analysis is going to be based on demand and supply, and you all know that the demand is determined by you and I and some of these big company out there, and some of these billionaires that are into crypto space. You understand? Those are the people that buys Bitcoin, and some other company that will be joining later in future. Those are the people that will determine the demand. You understand? But the supply can only be determined by who? The person who invented the Bitcoin itself. Nobody else than Satoshi Nakamoto. Do you understand? That is the person that invented Bitcoin. Do you understand? The blockchain technology and BTC itself. Do you understand? So that is the only person that can determine the maximum supply of BTC. And if you look at the reason behind creating of blockchain technology, one is for the transparency, and also to eliminate the third party or this intermediary in the banking sector. Do you understand? Or in the financial sector. Do you understand? And also to tackle the issue of valueless paper called money. You understand? Based on the fact that the supply of those paper called money is infinite. You understand? The moment they need money, they can just go back to the central bank and start printing it. You understand? And the more you print into the circulation, what happens. Inflation comes in. Before the price of everything goes up, and in a long run recession will set in. You understand? Those people who are economists will understand better. Do you understand? So that is why we don't really trust the cash. Do you understand? In Nigeria is even a worse scenario. Where if you have your naira, every blessed day, naira is depreciating in terms of value. People who still make use of dollar can still be boasting, based on their own government policy, that help to back the dollar. And one thing about that is helping dollar is world trade currency. Do you understand? That is what we use in most of the world, in any part of the world to trade. If you want to trade crude oil, you trade it in US dollar. If you want to trade gold, stuff like that. You understand? Those are the things that actually help dollar. But still, you go and check the inflation rates, and in the United States of America right now, that it's not helping. And if you look at the rate at which they are printing new money, injecting new notes into the circulation, which is not going to help the value of the dollar or any currency that is having much more of it in the circulation, that we're having much more of it in the circulation. Do you understand? So those are the reasons why Satoshi Nakamoto invented the Bitcoin to eliminate the third party, and also what the privacy aspect of it. Yes, that's very key, so that you'll be in charge of your finance, not that one bank will be in charge of your finance, and anytime you want to do transaction of any amount you feel like sending, you'll be monitoring by this government agency, then the bank itself, you understand, even limiting you to some extent that you can't do high amount of money in a day. You can do you understand, for also to cut off all this bullshit. That is why Satoshi Nakamoto invented the BTC, and it has been a great, in fact, if not one of the greatest invention in the history of humankind. Do you understand? So, as you all know, that's the major determinant of the maximum supply of BTC. And as you all know, we have 21 million BTC to be in circulation. But this 21 million BTC is not fully in circulation. And if you want to talk how the BTC gets into the circulation, it's very simple, through the mining. You understand? What is the meaning of mining? Those people who carried out the mining is what we call miners. And how miners operate, those miners, by solving the block problems, they get a reward for that, which we call, by solving a Bitcoin block problems, they get a Bitcoin block rewards, and this block rewards comes in BTC. It's BTC that you can actually use to carry out the transaction and the rest of it. So, as you all know, like I said earlier, that the maximum supply of BTC is going to be 21, and this 21 is not fully in circulation. Do you understand? So we have 19. The present number of BTC that we have in circulation is 19,023,362 BTC. Do you understand? And the present market cap is 730.49 billion US dollar. That is the market cap for now. So, like I said, I want you to be keeping this in the left hand so that you will not use it to eat. That is what they say in our own local country here. You understand? As an adage, they'll say, "This word, my child, this is what I'm about to tell you. I don't want you to put it in your right hand or in your right palm, so that once you put it in your right palm, you use it to eat and you forget about it. But I want you to keep it in your left palm so that you can hold on to it, and in the long run, it's going to be useful." You understand? That is just that. Because one thing about studying Bitcoin past events, is very key. Because there's no way you talk about the Bitcoin supply that you will not talk about the Bitcoin halving. I don't know if you have, maybe you've come across of Bitcoin halving. You understand? Let me put you in my own layman term. Do you understand? Bitcoin halving is just a way of releasing Bitcoin into the circulation. You understand? It's just a way of releasing it into the circulation. You can't print Bitcoin. You can only mine it using a computer, logarithm, and the rest of it. I'm not a computer guy. I study business administration. Do you understand? But for me to make it neat in this blockchain of a thing, with my business administration background, these admin guys, all we know about is just to how to manage human resources to actually get what we want, and also manage the financial resources, to make profit. You understand? That is what business administration is all about: administering, both human resources, financial resources, and the rest of you understand, put them together and have a meaningful outcome. And the outcome I'm talking about is just about making profit. The essence of doing any business is just to make profit. That is just the truth. So if I can be making it in this industry, you too, you can make it. Do you understand? Regardless, even people without education, as far as you know how to read and write, you understand, forget the rest, you can actually make it. If you are not making it at this stage, you understand, I don't know about any other industry, but this crypto blockchain industry, my brother, if those juju wey dey follow you from your village no never leave you, you understand, that is the only way you cannot make it. Even if they still dey follow you go, you can still make it in blockchain, because everything is in your hand. You don't need to rely on somebody else to help you do anything. It's all you need is in your hand. Do you understand? And it's you that you'll be doing your work, your transaction, or the activities. You'll be doing it by yourself. You don't need the help of any other person. All you need is just a mentor or a guardian, you understand, that will be putting you through. That's all. And that is why I'm here. Do you understand? I'm ready to do that. So as I'm saying, so if you are not making it at this stage, you understand, you forget it. You understand? You are just killing yourself. Before you can still see this kind of opportunity, crypto space is presenting us now. It might be in the next 100 years, or in the next 100 years, or in the next 60, or you understand? Because before you can see this kind of opportunity again, that will be at this stage. You understand? You understand? It's going to take a while. I'm telling you the truth. So this video is for those people that will, after watching, they will take action instantly. Do you understand? Those are the set of people this particular video is meant for. It's not meant for people who will just look and listen without taking any action. You understand? It means those their mama and papa for their village still follow them. Do you understand? It's not for you people. Do you understand? So like I was saying, let's go back to the main topic. You understand? The stage, as in, there's no way we talk about the supply way without talking about Bitcoin halving. And like I said, Bitcoin halving is all about, is a way of what? Putting the Bitcoin into the circulation. You understand? The full 21 million BTC is not totally in circulation. We only have 19,023,362 BTC in circulation as I'm talking to you. By the time you do your mathematics, you take 19, the maximum supply, which is 21 million. By the time you remove 19,023,362, you know what is left. Do you understand? 75% of Bitcoin has already been mined, is already in circulation. Do you understand? So that is why this is perfect time for you to get in. And the reason why I'm saying this is the perfect time for you to get into the BTC, you understand, as time goes on, before you watch this video and you realize what I'm actually talking about. So you all know that Bitcoin is mined through the mining. That is how we get Bitcoin. It's not that we can just go anywhere and start printing Bitcoin. No. And this mining of a thing, it has a limited supply. That is one good thing about Bitcoin compared to any other digital. Compared to any currency, whether digital or whatever thing you call it. When I'm talking about other currency, I'm talking about paper, fiat money like naira, dollar. Those are the money that I'm talking about. They have an unlimited supply. Why Bitcoin has a limited supply, and the limited supply of Bitcoin is 21 million. So tell me, by the time the 21 million is fully mined, by the time we get to the demand aspect, you will realize that it will hard for you and I to have one Bitcoin. Do you understand? Because I will give you the reason later in future. Do you understand? So let me continue. Halving is just a way of releasing Bitcoin, and more than 75% of Bitcoin has already been mined. So there's one thing that I want you to understand. Once you understand this, you'll be less worried about any development or any small little change in the crypto space. You understand? Instead of you to be checking by that, in fact, if you have this particular knowledge, information that I'm about to share with you, you will be rest assured that you got nothing to worry about. You understand? You have nothing to worry about. You just stay calm, and focus on your goal. Do you understand? So I can't be reading all this. I want to show you Bitcoin halving. The total number of Bitcoin halving we're going to have for the 21 million BTC to be fully mined. Do you understand? The one we've already had, the Bitcoin halving that we've already had. Do you understand? I will explain. And the event that took place after the Bitcoin halving, which is very crucial to this my analysis. Do you understand? I'm not just making this up. Do you understand? It's not something I'm making up. It's there. Look at it. This is coin market cap. When it comes to cryptocurrency, regardless whether Bitcoin or any other form of cryptocurrency, the way you can get the facts about their transaction, the daily transaction, what is it, the supply and demand of everything, everything, the database of all crypto space, the number one place you can get the valid information is coin market cap. Do you understand? Because that is number one. Then maybe we give number two goes to coin gecko. Do you understand? So it's not that I'm cooking it up, I'm refreshing it for you to see. Do you understand? You see the exchange crypto, the total number of crypto we have 19,136, 135. The exchanges we have 500. You understand? They are not into selling or buying of any cryptocurrency. No, they only present you. It's like we are for every stock market we have a stock exchange. This is like a stock market. Do you understand? That give us the whole general view of the whole cryptocurrency. You understand? The latest information, so many things. Do you understand? I'm not cooking it up. So that's by the way, that is by the side. So let me move on with my analysis, my Bitcoin halving. Like I said, those after the Bitcoin halving, the previous Bitcoin halving we had, and the event that took place after that, which I said is very crucial. When Bitcoin was newly started, and when we started mining Bitcoin for the first time, like I said, Bitcoin block reward is is BTC. You get as the reward, and the block, by solving those mathematical problems using computer logarithm and what have you, and I don't know the word that they use. The block reward then was 50 BTC per blocks. You understand? The moment the solving have already completed, you understand? Once the block completed, the reward you get before the first Bitcoin halving was $50. The moment we had the first halving, let me go. I'll show you the date and time. Okay, here is the information. Good. I'll read some, then I'll explain. I'll break it down to you. So, the first ever Bitcoin halving took place on November 28, 2012. Do you understand? That's the first halving we have. And after that, the reward was reduced to 25. You can see slashing rewards to just 25 BTC. Initially when we started mining Bitcoin, it was 50. The moment we had our first halving, like I said, halving is just a way of releasing Bitcoin into the circulation, and it is not something that you can just release at a go. You understand? No. This solving of block problem, you understand, of a thing is not done by you, by me, or it is done by computer calculations, and you understand. Those who are in computer, those who are with the computer background will understand better. Do you understand? So I'm not really concerned about that, about the computer term and the rest of it. The money, you understand, the money making aspect of it is what I want you to see. Do you understand? So the first Bitcoin halving, which took place in November 28, 2012, reduced the block reward from 50 to 25 BTC. Do you understand? On this date, you understand, all you could get this particular November 12, on this date of November 28 rather, 2012 rather, do you understand? The price of Bitcoin was $12. Do you understand? So, but just look at where it was a year later. After Bitcoin halving, a year after Bitcoin halving, what do you think actually happened? Bitcoin set a new all-time high. From that $12, you can see the dusting of this coin market cap archive. You can see that the price of Bitcoin stood at $1,031.95. Do you get my point? after the Bitcoin halving, a year after, that is what this particular thing is talking about. Leave the grammar. Do you understand? After a year after the Bitcoin halving, you understand? The price before the year, during the Bitcoin halving, the price of Bitcoin was $12. After the Bitcoin halving, during the first time, you understand? Me myself, I don't know anything about BTC as at this time. Do you understand? So Bitcoin did what? Stood at $1,031.95. Look at that. That shows, you understand, a year after. If the Bitcoin halving was 2012 and a years after it will be 2013, do you understand? The price as at 2013 it was $1,031.95. This, by the time you do your mathematics, you see that an annual rise of the price is about 8,500% increment in the price. No investment you could ever give you such return within a year. I'm telling you the truth. You understand? After that, you can see it's written there, the types of return that could cause most Wall Street investors to faint. The Wall Street now, the people that trade stock in the United States of America, those are the Wall Street investors, that put their money into American stocks. You understand? Because they realize that they miss something that is not supposed, that they are not supposed to miss. Based on that, most of them fainted because they could never believe such jaw-dropping profit could ever come out of something event that is new, that is still fresh in the society. So, and that is where the secret lies. You understand? When people don't really know much about things, which I'll still get to that. Every invention has about 4 stages. When I get there, I'll explain better to you. So that is the first halving. Let's go to the second halving. The second halving took place in which year? 2016. Like I said, halving simply means reducing by 50%. By the time the first one, it was 50. After the first one, it was reduced. During the first one, it was reduced to 25. If you divide 50 by 2, it will give you 25. So the next one, which took place in 2016, reduce the block reward. Like I said, the block reward for solving those mathematical problem, the reward you get is BTC, and that is how BTC come into the circulation. Do you understand? So this second one that took place in 2016 reduced it from the 25 BTC reward to 12.5. If you divide it by 2, that is what you're gonna get. Then what happened after that? Those are the things that I want you to be taking note of. Do you understand? July 9, to be exact, one Bitcoin cost, in 2016, one Bitcoin cost $650.96 in dollar. A year later, do you understand what happened again? The price of Bitcoin already at $2,518.44. I hope you are getting it. See, this is how it is. Let me make it short for you. The first Bitcoin halving from 12, there was new all-time high set, which was $1,031.95. After that, the price goes down. If the all-time high was 1,000, when in 2013 was $1,031.95. When the second halving wanted to take place, the third year, do you understand? You realize that the price was down. Also, the price went down to 650. Do you understand? In 2016, before the Bitcoin halving took place. And after the Bitcoin halving took place, another all-time high was being set, which was what? $2,518.44. A year after. Do you understand? After the 2016 halving, which happened to be in 2017, isn't it? I hope you are keeping it. So another Bitcoin halving took place where the last one we had was 2020. Do you understand? This particular 2016, I happened to witness it. Do you understand? I happened to witness the Bitcoin halving in 2026, 2016. Do you understand? I did not take anything, but it was that time that I was like, wow, this is serious. Do you understand? But I never take any action. I never put money into cryptocurrency, but I was trying to study it, give more time, to study it and see how it actually works. Do you understand? So when that happened, so normally, people will come into fresh people will come into it. If people are making this money, they want to make money and get out of it. That because most people believe that it was a scam, that the bubble will soon burst. Do you understand? The bubble will soon burst, and do you understand? They want to make quick money, and investing in any project or in any investment at higher price is not a good idea. The only best time to invest in any project it is when the price is down. Do you understand? It is good to buy when the price is down and sell when the price is high. But most people made mistake. Me myself, I made that mistake in 2016. So by that 2017, though I don't really have much and I don't really trust, because I'm still under the study, you understand, trying to study it and see how the whole thing, because it's not okay for you to be putting money in what you don't really understand. You end up losing your money. So I was like, let me try and observe, like a normal Ninja guy now, smart Ninja guy, you nobody for Ninja, we know they carry laughs, sure you understand. So I did not really put more, but little that I put then, I regret putting it because I was still a novice. I don't really know much about it. So I end up losing those money because that time I was buying some shit coin. I don't know about it. The value of the coin did not goes up. Even the one that later went up. You understand? I bought that I think that was Olo token. I bought it when it was on high side. With the hope that it's gonna go up. It's gonna go up again. Bitcoin will go to the moon. Then the Olo coin will go to the. You understand? I end up losing it because in the long run I bought about less than $100, which was around 32,000 back then, maybe around that 2017 or 2016 or 2017, 2017 or 2018. Because that was when I started putting money. Though it was little like $10, $3, $4. But the biggest one I bought was Olo token. You understand? I bought $100 worth of it. Then I think it was 32,000 naira based on the exchange rate that was at then. Or the price did not go up for more than 2 years, 3 years. I was forced to. In fact, the price was even going down because I bought when it was at peak. So when the price started going down, I lost more than 50% of it. Later, when it started going down again, I decided not to lose all my money. So maybe I sold it at $20. Something I bought with $100, I lost about $80 on it. I don't want you guys to be making such mistake because buying when the price is high is not advisable. You always buy when the price is down and sell when the price is high. So as I was saying, the last Bitcoin halving that took place was 2020. Yes, it was 2020. Before that 2020, the all-time high set was the last Bitcoin halving before the one of 2020. The all-time high set was 2005, 2000, $2,518.44. A year after, the price started going down. Do you understand? Then when the last Bitcoin halving that took place in 2020, what happened again? A year after, which was 2021. We all know what happened. I don't need to be telling you that the Bitcoin set about 4 different records. From that 2,518 for once all-time high, set another all-time high about 3,000, set 6,000, set 7,000, set 8,000, set 9,000, set 20,000. Bitcoin was just setting record last year. Do I need to show you? Let me even show you so that you know what I'm talking about. Do you understand? Let me quickly show you. Let me show you the price of Bitcoin. So I want to show you the all-time high of Bitcoin. which is less than a year ago. So look at it, almost 70,000. The all-time high of Bitcoin was $69,044.77. That was 6 months ago, November 10, 2021. Almost a year after last Bitcoin halving, which took place in 2020. Do you understand? If you can get the clue now, you see that before a year before the halving, the price will go down. Then once the halving took place, you understand, a year after the price will goes up. You understand? It has become the same pattern. It has become the same trend. You understand? For people who are wise, you understand? Seeing it now, and if you look at what is happening now, like I said, I've already foreseen it, because this is what actually helped me out. You understand? There's nothing like magic. Do you understand? Knowing this, that is what actually helped me. You understand? The moment I realized that, okay, the Bitcoin halving was in 2021 and we see a rise in 2021. 2020 was the last Bitcoin halving and we saw a rise, Bitcoin setting new all-time high of $69,044.77. Then a year after, definitely the Bitcoin will start going down until the next Bitcoin halving. After the next Bitcoin halving took place, what will happen? A year after the next Bitcoin halving, the price will go up. And one thing I want you to realize that, each time the Bitcoin halving took place, Bitcoin will always be the first, the last all-time high. Do you understand? So if the last all-time high was 69, no, for now it's still 69. It has not been broken. You understand? If the last all-time high is $69,044.77. So tell me, by the time we have the next Bitcoin halving, which is going to take place almost in the next 2 years, a year after the Bitcoin halving took place, what do you think will happen? The price will go up. Who can determine the price? Do you understand? That is why, if actually, people who actually went for the Bitcoin conference in Miami, the last Bitcoin conference in Miami, most people that that have this information, that know this basic understanding about Bitcoin, when they were being asked what will be the price of Bitcoin in the next bull run, nobody talking about 60,000, 70,000. You hear the next Bitcoin all-time high in the next bull run is going to be 100K, 200K, 500K. We even have some people that predicted 1 million. Do you understand? So, and that is that. You understand? If you actually know all this, and you know that the Bitcoin halving last year in 2020, almost 2 years ago, then now in November last year, by the November this year, it will become 2 years. Do you understand? By November it becomes 2 years. You understand? And if that is the case, we need to wait. So if you know all this, you don't need to stress yourself. You will not be worried about the recent downfall of the price. Do you understand? That is why I said I'm converting most of my altcoin holdings into USDT. Do you understand? Because of this is the knowledge behind it. It's not a magic. So that is why I converted it. So that why did I do that? So that I will have enough money by the time the price go down further. The same, let's say for instance, I have $100 now, and the price of that token, I'm just using it as an example, was $1, and I've already know that definitely the price of Bitcoin will go down after the normal high rise in the price. The price will definitely go down. Do you understand? And I sold it, I keep my $100. By the time the Bitcoin goes down, the price of Bitcoin goes down, you know what happens? Other altcoins go down. By the time the price from $1 fall to $50, because during this time you might see 50% fall, even some token 100% fall, some even will not make it. Some of these shitcoin out there will not even make it, will not survive this bear market before the next bull market come up. Do you understand? They'll fade out. Do you understand? So if we now say so let's even say a downfall of 50%, the $1 token become 50 cents. By the time I want to buy my $100 back, do you know I'll be getting something like around 150 pieces of those tokens. That is the reason behind. Instead of me holding my 100 token, that each one of them is $100, the price will be falling. The price will be falling. The value of the token will fall below the $100 I invested in it, and the number of tokens I have will still remain 100. But by the time I've sold it, you understand, I now reposition myself. I buy back when the price was down. I have more tokens, and the value of that token will not be as low as the when I did not sell it. Do you understand? That is just the logic behind it. So let me go back. That is the supply aspect of it. Don't forget, the maximum is going to be 21, and that 21 we have 19,023,362 out there already. So it's more than 75% of Bitcoin has already been mined, and the event that said took place a year before the halving. The price will go down. A year after the halving, the price will go up. The new all-time high will set. That is that. Then let's go to the demand aspect. I just talk about the supply aspect. If we all know that the maximum supply is going to be 21, do you understand? Maximum supply is going to be 21 BTC, and we already have 19 million with some over 19 million out there. Do you understand? If the world population is about 7 billion, do you understand? Don't let us go into that 7 billion. Let's even use half of it, 35 million. Let's assume 35 million started accepting Bitcoin, trading in cryptocurrency. 35 million. I said half of 7 billion is 3.5 billion. It's still far behind, far. Bitcoin, the total supply of Bitcoin using the 21 maximum supply is still far behind. It's not something that can circulate all around, that we are going to have one BTC. So for this reason, if we can buy at least some fraction of BTC today, do you understand, like 0.002005, do you understand? You never can tell what the price might be in the nearest future. You will realize what I'm saying by the time you watch this video finish. You understand? By the time you get to the end of this video. So to share the Bitcoin among ourselves, let's say one Bitcoin is not possible. 0.1 BTC is not possible. I will tell you the fact now. These are the holding. The people hold Bitcoins. These are the companies that hold Bitcoins. 27 companies declare their holding. Do you understand? We don't know, but the one that declared their holdings, we have 27. This is still CoinGecko. Do you understand? If MicroStrategy, this is a MicroStrategy. This is their symbol. It's a listed company in the American stock market. It's listed. So their total Bitcoin holdings is 129,118. Do you understand? This is the entry value, and this is the present value. I'm less concerned about that. If one company is holding 129,000, another one is holding 48, that's Tesla. You understand? Elon Musk, the electric car guy, his company. Then we have Galaxy Digital Holding. We have Square Inc. That is Cash App. If they are holding this, tell me. This is just a company. We have some in US, we have some in Japan, we have some in Hong Kong, we have some in UK, we have some in Denmark, we have some in Thailand, Germany. Do you understand? If company, and it was early this year that it was being announced that over 300 banks in the United States only will start allowing their customers to trade digital currency. Digital currency simply is talking about Bitcoin and other altcoins. Do you understand? And if you don't buy this Bitcoin and have it in your stock or in your store, it's not possible for you to allow the trading. Do you understand? Some big exchanges still there. Individual, person like you and I is still there. All these millionaire, you understand? They are still there. Definitely the Bitcoin is not going to be enough. So that's the demand aspect. And the last one, you understand, which is every invention or Yes, every invention has about 4 stages. The first stage is the idea. You understand, the idea stages, putting the idea together, no real tangible event at that time. It's still in memory. You understand, the idea stage. After the idea stage, you move forward from the idea stage to creating the real image of the idea. And after that, the next stage is going to be what after you have the real idea in the world now. People now have they see what you are talking about. You have a physical product to show for that your idea. The first stage is what idea. The second stage is going to be physical product, that will represent the idea. The third stage is going to be the mass adoption, and the final stage it will be the peak. After mass adoption is going to be peak. After the peak is going to be diminishing. You understand, the law of diminishing return will set in. So the present stage that Bitcoin is at the second stage of the technology. The idea by the Satoshi Nakamoto. We now have the real idea. The mass adoption is not there now, and this is the perfect time for you to join me into the crypto space, invest in it. This is where the generation, wealth, as in wealth can be made. In the last bull run, Bitcoin, don't let me use the word Bitcoin, the crypto space produced more new millionaire, more than thousands of millionaires in crypto space emerge. You understand, more than thousands are across the globe. No invention that has ever have actually done that. No invention, because it will be limited to some certain set of people. But the blockchain technology is something that gives freedom to the masses. Freedom to the masses. To have fully in control of their finance, fully in control of every asset. And this blockchain of a thing, we are now having different faces. If one big company can be acquiring this, that you are selling your BTC, and they are buying it, stockpiling it, and there's no information that they are going to sell it in the nearest future. You understand? It's something for you to think, to open your eyes and use your brain. If this technology is not yet to stay, this big company they will never put money in any investment that they think that eventually they are going to lose the money. They've done their own feasibility study, and you know what? They can't try to mismanage people's money, because they know the results. They will be jailed. Do you understand? For them to be buying Bitcoin like this, and you are still there saying it's scam, it means those people in your village still following you at the tell you are jail. Open your eyes. You understand? The stage it is very at earlier stage, nothing like mass adoption. You understand? How many the world population using BTC or knows about blockchain? Do you understand? Less than 10%. Do you understand? So if you can't join in now, forget it. This is where wealth can be made, and from there you can be passing it on to the next generation, from generation to generation. You understand? So if Mark Zuckerberg, the Facebook guy, can change its name, to Meta, you understand? Though he's actually looking for a way to, the way he dominates the Web 2. What do I mean by Web 2? The early stage of internet on the thing, it was dots. The dot era. That was Web 1, that you can only write. You understand? There's nothing like interaction. The Facebook of the guys invent the word Web 2. You understand? Like Twitter too. Not just going to the website to read. You understand? You can actually write, interact. Using the internet. Do you understand? And now, the third version of the Web 2 is Web 3, which is fully decentralization. This Facebook of a guy have the data, have in control of every information on his database. But in this scenario of Web 3, do you understand? It's not going to be like that. You'll be in charge of your data. Nobody will have access to your data. Do you understand? And he have seen the trend. So he was like, oh, you want to go into metaverse. Blockchain, it has different branches. The cryptocurrency aspect of it is different. The NFT aspect of it is different. The metaverse aspect of this is different. It's the metaverse that Mr. Facebook want to capitalize. Have power of monopoly on. And he's not going to succeed by his grace, by God's grace. He's not going to succeed. So who can be breeding our privacy, selling our privacy data for him to make money for himself. Do you understand? Is that the kind of person you trust? No, you can't trust such people. You do understand? But this Web3 of a thing is fully decentralized. Nobody is in control. You'll be in charge of your data, you'll be in charge of your information, and you can tweet anything you like. You can, message, post anything you like on your Facebook. Nobody is going to delete you or remove you or block you from using the Facebook. Do you understand? And I pray to the Elon Musk guy to fully acquire the Twitter, because I know the guy is a blockchain guy. By the time he acquired some shares already, and he's going to acquire the whole Twitter shares. They understand they are in the process of acquiring it. If he has not even acquired it, by the time he acquired it, Twitter is going to be fully decentralized. Nobody is going to be monitoring the same tweet that you tweet, you'll get blocked. Government agency will tweet that same thing, they will not get blocked. Do you understand? That is bullshit. Do you understand? They are trying to control and manipulate us, for their own good only, not for your own, not for yourself betterment, And how long are we going to continue in that? No. So if those big names, they are trying to, put a lot of billions into cryptocurrency, into crypto space, developing some new idea, and you are there sitting down, there's Bitcoin is a scam, NFT is a scam, gaming is now moving from the normal gaming, it's coming to blockchain now, saying gaming is a scam, NFT is a scam, metaverse is a scam. What is metaverse? Anything you could imagine in real world, you can bring into the virtual world too. You understand? Like land selling, building rentage. You understand? Just imagine it, farming. Planting of weed. Snoop is doing that on one of his virtual land now as I'm talking to you. So if these things are going on and you are sitting down there folding your hands that they are scam, I will never put your money in it, my brother. You better start opening your eyes like a normal ninja smart guy. Put your money where you can be rest assured, because I can categorically tell you that there's no way you can invest presently in this our generation that the return on that your investment will be massive as this one the crypto is giving us, making a new millionaire, setting a new millionaire. So with all this information that I just passed to you, and this information is not for those who will not act on it or who will not act upon it. No. It's for the people who will take action, and by the time you take action now, if you look at the prices of most of the cryptocurrency, they are all down. You understand? Try to follow me on Twitter, follow me on Telegram. Even if you have my local number on my status, I post. You understand? So that you will not miss out on any vital information which are very time sensitive. Do you understand? So if you don't know anything about it, I'll drop all those links below. You can even shout me up on Facebook. I would never ask you to send me money. You understand? If someone is trying to impersonate, trying to prove WhatsApp number, I'm not the one. You understand? So my number, if any link I'll be putting down, will never be separated by slash whatever. No, or hyphen. No. Just shout me up. I will put you through. It's very simple. Do you understand? And now I'm not charging for VIP. It's free of charge, because I still want to grow the community. But there will be a time I pray to God Almighty that the community will become bigger. You do understand? Before you could be getting all this vital information or having access to my personal trading, you understand? You will need to pay subscription fee. Do you understand? That time will come, but now it's still free. Do you understand? Just to grow the channel and to help people out there, because I know a lot of people are suffering in this part of the world we find ourselves. Nigeria. So how do we liberate ourselves from poverty? have money enough for us to, to stand on our own, not taking shit from anybody, even those that are worth it and those that does not even worth it. Do you understand? Money rules everything. Do you understand? The opportunity is here. Thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe and like the channel. Even share with your family and friends that you think they are in need of financial freedom. Do you understand? Thank you. Love you. Peace out.